Hello, and I want to talk about. I kind of made a video about this last night, but I erased it. It went too long. I want to talk about quickly Harriet Tubman kind of courage. And there's many ways you can use Harriet Tubman to help you make it through this life. But one of the things I always use with her is courage. And you have to have, if you want Harriet Tubman kind of courage, you have to have the courage to go up against the systemic or structural aspect of our society, our whole society, because it's built on brutality and violence. So you have to go against that, right? Or at least against the way it does violence and brutality, right? And you have to be willing to not be afraid of death. And so I try to use her as a standard in that sense. I've done it. I've gone against structural things in this society, paid everything for it, paid the cost, everything for it. But it's okay. I made my decision. It's what I. It's not even a matter of what's right or wrong, but you can be a certain kind of adult in this society. You can go along, or you can do what's sane. So it's insanity and sanity at this point. And I like to try to be sane. If that means you end up sleeping on the train, you end up sleeping on the train. But that just proves that if somebody like me is sleeping on the train, how insane this society is. Um, so that's one thing. I've done that. Recently, I was tested as far as the other thing, life, when they thought I might have had a cyst in my back. Something was pressing against the nerves of my spine. And when I found out the news, I said, Um, I said, I'm fine with it. If I have to go, I go. I'm not going to change anything. I've made a lot of content. I've left a lot of writing, videos, and now I'm doing music behind. And I've done my part to try to make this place better. It doesn't matter if people use it or not. That's not up to me. You do your part and you move on. So I was fine with moving on. Wasn't afraid, wasn't angry about that part of it anyway. Very at peace with it. Now it turns out from the test what came back negative, and I'm not gonna say I was disappointed because that's not the right word, but I was like, all right. Now it would have been a deeper test if it had came back positive, and I just say I hope that I can have Harriet Tubman courage on my last day, because that's when a lot of people flinch. And I think that I will, but you never know until you're there. And so, um, love Harriet Tubman. Read about her. Life is fascinating. Her military work, fighting for the Union side, uh, freeing of slaves. We often know she freed slaves, but um, how? And I deal with her. I do a class on her in my course, Life Under Colonial Rule, which you can find at the Patreon and at connersoncenter.org. So that's all I wanted to say about that. And take care and try to stay sane.